Well, welcome to another episode of Thy Kingdom Come. Yes, this is the place where we bring homelessness alive. We give them a voice. Well, today we want to do something special. This is yours truly, Dr. Stinkin' Thinking, and I am so happy to have four young men that are here with me, specializing for Black History Month. I have four African American young men, all under the age of 12, who are sitting before me, and they wanted to share some of their story concerning the feelings and what they've been going through concerning being homeless. So let's take the time to have them each say hello, say their name and their age. Let's go.
Hey y'all, it's your boy Anthony, and I'm 11 years old.
Hey, I'm Devon, and I'm 11 years old.
What's up, guys? My name is Yo. I'm 8 years old.
Hi, I'm Joseph, and I'm 9 years old.
So we got two 11 years old, an 8-year-old, and a 9-year-old. You guys, if we did all the math and added all together, you would be older than me.
Ooh.
So here's the question. Tell America, because it's all over the world. Everybody is listening. Who wants to raise their hand and tell me, what does homelessness feel like to you? Okay, raise your hand. Say your first name.
Devon.
And tell America, what does it feel like to be homeless to you?
It feel like that we don't have no place to be. We have to stay in this one place, but we're still able to do everything. And it's fun. You get to laugh and have fun and learn math and learn how to read.
Okay, thank you for that. Anybody else like to share? Okay, say your first name and how does homelessness feel to you?
My name is Yo. And homeless feel like we don't have no place to sleep. We don't have nothing to eat and nothing to drink. So we just live here to get when we get our own place, and we can be over there and work for ourselves. And gonna feel good. We're to get our house.
That's good. Oh, I like that. All right, Joseph, say your first name and your age.
I'm Joseph, and I'm 9. And I've never really felt homeless, but I have been homeless. But I always had like food and stuff for me.
That's a good point.
We've traveled a lot. We've lived in our car for as long as I've known. We used to have a black old car, and we lived in it for like 3 years or 2.
Wow. Okay. Thank you. And you're in the 4th grade, right? Top of your class, doing really good in all your grades. And I'm really happy. And thank you for sharing that. Wow, America. Do you hear what I hear?
Yeah.
All right. And Anthony, go ahead. Tell us what your take is on being homeless.
My name is Anthony, and it feels sad to be homeless because I gotta use the bathroom outside and sleep on the floor. And don't have nothing to wash my clothes with. It don't take no bath.
So when you was able to come to a shelter, how did that change for you? You were still homeless, but what changed?
Good.
Anthony, let Anthony do it.
I made some new friends, and know how to read, and know how to do math.
Okay, so you made some new friends, and you're learning to read and do math. Okay, good job. Go ahead. Say your first name.
My name is Devon, and I look like that we here because you have a roof over your head. You can eat, sleep good, and take a warm bath, and read, play, and make new friends, and meet new people.
Okay. All right, America, you're hearing it straight from the mouths of babes. But when we come back from this next commercial, I want to be able to ask them the hardest question of all. And the question is going to be, how do they think their mom feels being homeless? Don't answer it now. We're going to hold that. They're going to think about it. And we'll be right back after this commercial. Okay, welcome back to Thy Kingdom Come. America, if you have not been listening, you have missed it. And I suggest you rewind the tape. These four powerful young men for Black History Month have come forward in such a powerful way just to share from their heart what homelessness feels like to them. All of these young men are under the age of 12, and they have truly blessed my soul in tonight. And I really thank them for participating and making this a historic moment. Our goal, once again, is to give homelessness a voice because people think it's a stereotypical way that it looks. But we're trying to show you it doesn't have a face. And so, once again, as Dr. Stinking Thinking, I'm going to go to my young man, Joseph, and come a little closer, Joseph, so you can get in the mic. Here's the hard question of the day. What do you think, or how do you think your mom feels about homelessness? Go.
Well, basically, I think my mom feels about homelessness is frustration because
Speak louder.
our dad was very awful, and he took a lot of drugs, and he basically was cheating on mom a lot, and he got into some problems when a woman he was cheating on almost killed him. So and sometimes she gets super angry. So sometimes she be shouted out stuff about him.
And you seen all that at a young age?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. And so, how do you think she still feels? Is she still feeling sad, happy, or I heard you guys are close to getting your home?
I think she's feeling between super mad and frustrated.
Okay. And how does that make you feel as the man of the house now?
Really nothing, because I've basically been treated with nothing real.
You still treated as a child, or loved, or anything?
At school, basically nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
So they don't notice. People don't know, or what does that nothing mean to you?
Basically, they basically be cussing at me, so I basically just ignore them because I'm always positive, and I always think good will come my way and bad will come their way.
Ooh, I like that, Joseph. Wow, that's powerful. I'm so proud of you. And thank you so much for sharing with us. All right, next we have Anthony. Anthony, if you want to share a little bit about what you think your mom is going through and how she feels about homelessness.
She feels sad because we were living with my dad. Then my dad put us out. Then we came living with my uncle. Then my mom and my uncle got into an argument. Then we went back to my dad. Then he started beating on my mom. Then we left. Then went back to my. Then went to my auntie. Then she kicked us out. Then we went back to my daddy's because he said sorry. Then we lived there about a year. Then he kicked us out because my dad started an argument, and my dad loved to smoke and drink. So then he kicked me and my mom out. Then we went to the shelter. We went to 5 shelters. Then our 5th one, we went here.
Are you happy you're here with us? Well, we're happy you're here too. And they can't see you shake your head, so you got to tell them verbally whether you're happy or not.
Yes.
Okay, all right. And my last man, okay, his little brother's going to speak on his behalf. You're the last one. So you either want to speak now or your brother's going to speak for you.
I'm gonna speak.
Okay, say your first name.
My name is Devon, and the thing that got us
What do you think your mom? How do you think
my
your mom?
mom will feel sad because we had a house, but my mom was too low on money to pay the rent and the light bill, and we had to rent to another house, and that one didn't have another house, so we had to live with my grandma at Summerfield for 8 years. And then after that, my mama couldn't take it because they always will start drumming arguments and always call the police. And so we had travel all the way up here to Pensacola to find the house. First we sent to shelters, and I love it up here because it's fun.
Well, thank you. I'm sorry that you had to go through that, but I'm glad that you're here. You guys have been a burst of inspiration for us here at the Reef Lodge Shelter, and we just love having you all here. And I know that if you stick with the program, we're going to make sure that you, with God's help, are going to get into a home with all the grant funding and stuff that we have, and we're going to stabilize you, and we're going to follow up with you to keep up with you even after you move. You'll still see my lovely face coming over to the house, bringing goodies and checking on you, making sure you're doing that homework, Anthony. And Joseph, you wanted to say something before we close?
And one more thing. I basically had a bit of everything in my life. Beaten, alcoholic, and I had to move from Florida all the way to here. And we've passed Mexico, New York. It's very fun.
So you got to travel.
Yeah.
Okay. And then my little man back here, he didn't get a chance to say anything. What you want to say as we close out for our podcast this week? Say your first name.
My name is Macio.
And tell me something. Tell them anything you want to say about being homeless.
My mom feels bad because we homeless. Because we got kicked out of 3 houses. One is her mother, and then one is with her. One with her her sister. Then we have to live with our grandma. Then she got kicked out because our grandma, mom, then she said we just gonna move to Pensacola. And
so how does that make you feel? Because your brother did a good job explaining about how you guys transitioned into all that. But I want you to, like when you see your mom laying in bed at night, how do you think she feels sometimes? You know how y'all be faking you sleep, and you really think your mom thinks you sleep? What do you think she be doing?
She be sad. She be crying when she be asleep.
And lots of times parents think we sleep, right? But they're not. Then anybody got boys by saying yes or no? Have you seen your mom cry in the bed sometimes?
Yes, my mama did it like every night. Cause I asked her what's wrong. She's like, this is hard for us to find a house, and nobody didn't really care. So we had to move up here, and we know that up here, people will help us find a home and a shelter.
Awesome.
I just saw the dog back there in the backyard.
Okay, well, they looking at my surveillance cameras as we're doing this podcast, so my baby's attention span is already done. Joseph, one last word, and we're going to close out.
I feel like my mom, I basically never see her really cry because she's a very strong and positive woman. If she has problems, she will come out to tell us. Sometimes she doesn't because she's really angry. And she's very brave and strong for doing the right thing. She really kept being beaten up. And one time, our dad beat her so hard that she had to went to the hospital.
Your dad beat her up really bad when she had to go to the hospital? And how does that make you feel?
It makes me feel kind of scared. Sad.
Okay. Well, we're going to make sure that you stay safe while you're here. And once again, guys, thank you so much for sharing. And the world appreciates your answer. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, this has been another serious episode of Thy Kingdom Come. This is your host, Dr. Stinkin' Thinkin'. I'll see you next week.